For today's Money Origami Original, we have the fancy present box top. It's pretty cool. Holds a penny up in there. You can fold the top into an octagon. And you can even stack them. So that's kind of cool. And it's an interesting technique on the top. We're going to make the greenback format one today. So if you want the George side up, on the outside, then start with George down. So I've got mine pre-folded nicely for the video. There's no measuring. We're going to take this bill and demonstrate some of the folds. Doesn't have much life left. So first you just fold in half and pinch the ends. Now you can crease it all the way across if you want, but then it'll have a crease line in the box extra. It'll get in the way a little bit, but not that much, because it does make the next two folds easier. So I recommend doing it like this. If you make the pinch marks, line it up to the pinch mark, holding the whole bottom edge that we're folding in. Get it nice and straight and crease it down. Alright, let's get rid of some of this stuff here. Hang on. Alright, after you've got the bottom edge to the center, you can just line up the top edge coming down to the center. Keep these touching. And move over to the other side. Make it touch too. And kind of press down on the whole crease at once. That's how you get a nice straight fold on these long folds. See how that's really straight there. This one too. Okay, so then what you do is flip over and we're going to decide the width of the panels. And just grab this lower corner. Just let that part be. And line it up with the top edge. Make a nice sharp point here. And pinch right there. Now you can crease the whole thing now if you want, but we're trying to make it with no extra creases. So let that part undo and open this bottom flap and then put this back on that crease you started and just crease it down to that crease mark there, which is this bottom fold. So right there up to here. Okay, so now open the other flap too. Now find that intersection of this fold and that diagonal, which is right here. Sorry about that. So we've got that little intersection of this diagonal and that fold. So now we want to fold the bill back on that intersection precisely. Get it nice and lined up here. Make sure it's straight. Crease that down. Now flip over and fold along this edge, valley fold in. So we're getting that raw edge lined up with the crease. Check both sides, it's nice and square. And crease that down. Now open up, and now on the crease you just made, fold the bill in half. So now you've got it like this, and you fold this part over on this edge. Get it nice and straight. We're making 4 equal panels, and this is the excess part to tuck in. So now open the bill, fold that excess part in, and fold it to that crease you had made as the center. So then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 equal panels and a little excess spot. So let's get the good bill now. George is facing down if you're making the green back the outside of the box. And then also there's one more fold first. Yeah. You want to make the fold for the height of the top of the box. Typically a present box, has a real small top on it. So you can fold in up to this line or less, but sticking with the present box theme, let's fold this bottom edge in. And let's make it in between the $1 and the border. That'll be pretty good. So get that nice and straight across. It's a little bit tighter over here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Crease that one down. Okay. So now fold that back down and let it hang out like that. Now these panel creases, there's 4 of them. You're going to lift on the panel. You leave this unfolded. Lift on the panel, and you bring this crease line over to this edge precisely. So you lift that up, and the paper's going to fold like that. You line these up right here really well, and then flip it over, give it a good crease. And so then you do the next one. Now this will try to annoy you, but just keep it flat and everything will be fine. Bring this edge over to here, and that crease, that raw edge lines up on top. Crease it down. Get the next one. Just like that. Crease it down. Get the next one. There's the crease. Bring it to the edge. Crease it down. Now in the very last fold, the intersection of this vertical crease right here and that horizontal crease, that dot, that's where the fold originates. So from there, we want to fold the diagonal. So that's folding this corner in, bisecting that point. And then this, you have to just make straight across and vertical. Crease that down. Okay, let me get a drink. So now on the next step, and it helps a little if you just crease this double folded area, just pinch them. That way we're training these folds the other way on that little inside flap. See, we did it just because of that one needed it. So this next step part, we've actually pre-folded. Now this is our temporary goal. And as we lay down these corners, we're going to pull this top over and form this extra top box. It's like two little boxes. So you lay this one down, and then on this angle fold, you pull toward you as you get this next vertical fold ready to lay down here. See how the top is coming around? So now you lay that down and you pull this over, and the rest of the box just kind of goes crazy. Don't worry about it. Now you got to lay this one down and pull this one over and lay that one down. So now we've got this border sticking up all the way around, and then you rotate it around to the back and push this underneath, put that on top. But now this little flap tucks right in here. Or we can leave it under, let's see. Yeah, let's, darn. I hate when I change my mind while I'm making these things. They're brand new. Okay, so, yeah, we want this little flap on the inside. So you just lift it over like that and put it on the inside. Which, it makes it a little awkward here. By crushing that point a little. You know, I'm a little bit too fussy on these things sometimes. So now we've just got to tuck this long flap over this one, and you can just peel the paper back and go like that. All right. Now you come up a line. This is where you have to get these two to line up even. So we're going to pull up on this one. Just a little. There. So now pinch it and fold it into the center. Put your finger underneath. Fold that into the center and get the crease all the way back here. All right, so that one stays good now. Now they're even. So now you do the other square corners, pinch them on their existing folds, lay them down in the center. I mean, stand up the corner, but lay down the sides into the center. Okay, so we're making these little flags sticking up. Just get them all nice and even. So it's looking like that. And now put your finger underneath still and take pretty much any one of them and fold it to one side. Fold it back to the other side. Go to the next one. Fold it each way. Oops, I smashed that a little bit. This one with the extra paper flap, we're just going to lay this corner this way, lay that corner that way, and fold this edge to the middle. And tuck it underneath. Right there. So we're just hiding that little extra piece. So after you got those all creased right there, I've got a sneaky little trick I do to do this part. But I hold this down, and you can put some tweezers in, and you spread these out. You stick way in the back to get the whole cone, and then it's got a crease line. Line that up right in the center and flatten it down. Go to the next one. Flatten that one down. I knocked my edge out back here. Now get you a penny. Now get you a penny. Today I got a wheat penny. Tuck it under two corners. You can use a paper clip. You just need a little pointed object to lift that barely. And then lift this one. Put it on in there. Press it down. You can do a dime too. Might be a little bit loose. Now to get it to stay in really good. Actually, it's pretty good like this. But to get it in there even tighter, we're going to fold these corners back in the amount that after you fold two, this part in the center will be equal length. That way we'll get a little octagon on top. So that one goes right there. That one goes right there. This one right about there. And then the last. All right, so then you just You let these corners point down. And that puts a little pressure toward the center. And that penny is locked in there tight. All right, that's the box to make the bottom. One of my very first origami videos has the bottom. It starts toward the end of Make Your Own Sturdy Two-Piece Box Part 2. I'll link in the description. And I hope you enjoy that. And they stack up, which is pretty cool. Oh well, I did a real good job on this one. The instructions are solid. Just got a little sloppy on some parts, but that's the technique. Hope you enjoy it. Have a great day.